We are live. Hello and welcome. I am Ronnke, your GM, and in the stream today we have Gigaman, Pendragon, Megaquai, Things, Nosh, and FX Engineer. Today we are playing a Conan adventure in Robert E. Howard's world of Hyboria. We are using the very adaptable GURPS system by Steve Jackson Games, and our VTT of choice is Fantasy Grounds, which has recently gone free to play. You can find this and past sessions on YouTube and as audio-only podcasts. Links are in the video description. If you enjoy our content, please like this video and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels. Okay, let's deal with some character business. As was mentioned before, old characters are now considered unlocked for the purpose of moving some points around and such if you wish. The campaign will be set in Turan, so those of you that want languages and stuff may want to spend some points in that. So we shall begin with Alaric. So Pendragon, do you have any character business for Alaric?
Yes. I've used one of the 3 experience points from last adventure, and I've added Shudo training to Alaric, and that's it for
Good.
now.
We need to get everybody with that and teamwork.
Yep, that's a good point.
Did you want to make any changes to your character with respect to being currently unlocked?
In terms of reshuffling, no, I think I'm good. I might add Turanian, but I'll have to do the maths now.
I'm fluent, so
Well, I mean, let's see.
Well, you have the whole session to decide that. So when a character is unlocked, I let you arbitrarily make these skill injections or changes during the game.
All right.
But when you do make that change is considered locked in. You can't just change it and then change it again later.
No worries. No Johnny Mnemonic here.
Damn it.
Okay, Gigaman, do we have any character business for Bernie?
I went and added a combination, which I'm wondering if I've ever actually used one in an Olympus character or not. But never mind that part. No, I was thinking about potentially doing a shield mastery, and then I talked myself out of it. So just that.
Any reshuffling due to being unlocked?
No.
Okay, Megaquai, do we have any character business for KL?
Nothing.
All right, very good. And since your Morden is a new character, Nosh, would you like to give us all a brief description of who Morden is?
Sure. So Morden is from Samaria and is a ranger. He is rather strong, well built, and he has an ally named Ash, a Sumerian wolfhound. So Morden is rough in manners, cursed with a poor memory for names, but has a knack for remembering campfire stories which he enjoys telling to his long-suffering audience of one, namely Ash the dog. And Ash is a very large wolfhound. He's 180 pounds, about 3 feet in length from nose to tail, and has a habit of trying to sneak off with Morden's leather gloves if Morden takes them off. And he starts to groan every time Morden launches into a campfire story. And that is Morden and Ash, and Penchus has temporarily retired himself after his acid bath to heal his wounds and go back to living a life of a clerk.
Yeah, that can't fix ugly.
Okay, very good. Samira, do we have any character business? Oh, sorry. Things, do we have any character business for Samira?
all good. Yes, Samira will take a point in teamwork. So whenever anyone else decides to take teamwork, they can attack into her square without suffering the -2 because she likes getting up close and dirty. The only
That's
other
a good
thing
point.
is that, yes, Apprentice bought me some very nice fancy new clothes before he buggered off because he destroyed my old clothes because he's a jerk.
Okay, any other changes being unlocked?
No changes from unlock.
Okay, FX Engineer, would you kindly introduce your character Wiseman?
Yeah. Actually, Wiseman is because I don't have a real name for him. So he's Wiseman. So he is from Aquilonia. He's an older man. You could tell that there's something wrong with his eyes. Basically, he's got nearsightedness. You could tell like one of his eyes just kind of looks really bad. And he's in the areas that he's known as a healer and a sage. So I didn't take a reputation for him, but I would say, people would probably come to him where he's known for that kind of thing. He's also a magician, so he's a magic user. He doesn't flaunt it, but he doesn't hide it either. He's had his share of fanatics trying to kill him because they think magic is evil. Once you get to know him, he's really a nice guy. He's got an obsession, I think, as all mages do, with becoming more powerful. He's looking for the Book of Skelos and the fabled Book of Skelos, or any writings of magical nature and grimoires. And so that takes him. He's pretty well traveled. Anytime there's an adventure or some clue about some lost, forgotten tomb or dungeon, etc., he's always trying to sign up with the adventurers to go explore and get more clues. Currently, he's in Turan, where the rest of the party's at. I don't know how to tie him together with the group, but that's where his latest travels have taken him. So he's kind of a nice guy if you know him, but he's also like your typical don't fuck with me type of magic user because you don't want to piss him off because he'll fuck with your brain.
Cool.
He'll kill you with his mind.
Okay, as was discussed offline, your characters will have acquired some loot from the previous adventure. So as a reward for your heroic deeds, those old characters will have earned 3 months of pay. And 3 months of pay equates to $7.50 per month, multiplied or divided by your wealth level. But I think everyone's average, so it'd be $7.50 per month by 3.
I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy.
Wealthy.
It's 5 times.
Okay, but your role was a caravan master, or caravan. So instead of getting your full wealthy, you'll get double.
Okay.
All right, so that's $22.50
for everyone. Yes, there was. I'll get someone to roll 3d6, and that will be multiplied by 1,000 for random loots that you acquired, not including the sword. So let's have Morden. You can roll just 3d6. So, in addition to the sword, you will have acquired 8 grand worth of loots. The sword itself, I think, was worth 24, and I believe it was decided that you guys were not going to keep that, and you were going to try and offload it.
Yep.
So, in offloading the loots, I will require a merchant roll from someone that is going to do that offloading. So, a successful merchant roll will give you the retail value of that item. You will have to make a subsequent merchant roll if you want to haggle the price of the loots. So your total loot's value is 32,000, which is of course going to be divided by all of you.
Does anybody actually have merchant?
Probably Pentious, but I've
I'm
released him
checking
into the
defaults.
GM's care.
So
IQ
maybe someone with
-5 is
luck.
I have it, but I don't know if it makes sense for me to do that unless
Yeah,
unless
it
I get
doesn't make
integrated
sense.
into the party.
I will roll for Apentius.
There you go.
Apentius had some disads
Mhm.
for reaction, I believe. So -2 for disturbing voice,
That's right.
and -2 because he was a dwarf.
And now he's acid scarred.
But you also got a +1 because your merchant is... Actually, no, that's not for the roll. So I'll just roll merchant. This will be at -4. All right, so you will be offered the 32 grand as the base price. Do you wish to haggle that price up or down? It is a penalty to the merchant roll by -1 for every 5% that you want to try and change that price. Ordinarily, by the rules, it's only a contest of merchants, and you can alter the price by plus or minus 10%. But I like to give you the option to push it. So what is the general consensus? Taking the price offered, or will you try and get a better price?
Can Samira flirt with them to try and get a better price?
No.
Under normal conditions, you
Damn.
could do assist rolls. Also with carousing and all that.
So the merchant skill that Apentius has is 15, so he's an accomplished merchant. So you could attempt to haggle.
-2 or 3 seems reasonable on that.
It is a contest, though.
Well, I guess
Nosh, since it's your character, Apentius is your character. How would
Yes.
you like to handle this merchant role?
Oh my.
Do you wish to haggle, or are you just going to take the fair price?
No, Pentious will haggle. Does he have fast talk?
He does.
Haha.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to use fast talk for this.
Well, Pentious, the player isn't much of a haggler. So throw me some ideas, group.
It's unique. It's one of a kind.
Well, it probably belonged to some ancient, famous warrior.
Yeah, you could potentially get away with either. Well, I don't know. Does he have fast talk? I don't think he did.
Apentius has fast talk, yes.
Does he? Is he any good at it?
Yes, he's very good at it.
Okay. Well, in that case, he'd probably try to fast talk him into, saying stuff like it's unique and yada yada yada, for at least an assist there. And he might have some historical knowledge or something like that that could also be an assist.
Yeah, so Pentious will draw upon his fast talk ability to really play up the item, describe its uniqueness, the fact that you can't find anything like this for, thousands of miles. And, this is a precious item that anyone would want to pay top price for.
Okay, so mechanically, you're a -1 for every 5% that you alter the price in your favor. You will have a modified skill of 16 at this point. What penalties would you like to take, if any?
Ooh. You said a -1 for every 5%?
Yes.
Let's go with -3 then.
Okay, so you want 15%. I shall roll the skill of the merchant. So the merchant will have a skill of 12, and you'll be rolling at a skill of 13.
Nice.
Okay, you will win, so you'll get an extra 15% on top of that. So let me just calculate that quickly. What's the slash command? I think it's just die.
27,600.
How much? No, that didn't work. Things, what was that total?
27,600.
No. Okay, I'll just work it out. It's for the whole loot.
Oh, I can do that. I've got those numbers written down.
Okay, 36,800. And that will be divided between the party members at the time. So in this case, it would be 6 others.
6,133.
Oh, are you counting Ash, the wolf?
No,
He wasn't there.
no, but we've got one additional
Oh,
that we
Rigel.
didn't have at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rigel.
yeah, I think it was 6.
All right, so that's your total loots. Divide that by 6. You guys can keep that money or spend it. If you want to buy stuff, you can buy it at whatever the cost price is. Obviously, no magical items are going to be available there. It's all going to be common artifacts or items. And we will also start the adventure with everyone rolling a percentile die, with the exception of new characters. You two new characters will start with the wealth that your characters get when you start the campaign. To roll a D100, you can just grab the D100 dice that's on your desktop.
Oh shoot, I rolled twice. Sorry.
Okay, that will be the percentage of your starting wealth that you will have acquired before starting this game. So adjust your character's wealth accordingly.
So that's in addition to the pay?
That's in addition to your loot from your previous adventure.
And the pay we've got from, the caravan thing.
Yes.
So we got paid for the caravan, we got paid for the loot, and now we're getting an additional pay thing.
Yes.
Damn.
The initial intention was that all your previous loots should have been spent on stuff, and that you would only start with your starting wealth, but some people pointed out that they'd like to save up for big ticket items. So I'm quite happy with you guys keeping your previous wealth if you wish.
Yeah, if I knew we were getting this much money, I definitely would have spent some. That's all right.
Well, you can spend some now, as long as it's on mundane stuff, not magical. So you can get very fine weapons, armor, whatever you like. You can buy horses.
Can
Whatever.
I take a level of lifting strength?
Well, you can't buy that.
Yeah, I know, but I have the character points, and my plan was to take lifting strength so I could put on more armor, because armor's heavy.
Yes, it is.
That's totally fine. Remember, your characters are unlocked for this session, or the old characters are unlocked for this session. Okay, so any questions regarding that stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay, the next order of business is you guys will currently be on board a Red Brotherhood pirate ship that is plundering the waters of the Vilayet. I will give you the option of being here voluntarily or involuntary. You guys decide. If you are here voluntarily, then you'll be sort of in the employ of the Brotherhood, and you'll be treated as such. If you're involuntary, you are pressed into service with the Brotherhood, and your actions may throughout the adventure may change with respect to that.
We should probably be voluntary, because if it's involuntary, they're not going to let us keep the stuff that we just bought.
Yep, thought the same.
Who's the Brotherhood, sorry?
Pirates.
Oh, that's fine.
Bloody pirates.
And for the new guys,
Sorry.
and for the new guys, you want us to be part of the Brotherhood?
For the new guys, it doesn't matter because a length of time has passed between adventures. So you guys may have met up months ago and have started traveling, or you may be new. It's up to you how you want to handle it. In any case, you are an established party at this point.
Okay. Then, Morden and Ash will be voluntary with this group.
Okay, did we establish why we are voluntarily going on this trip?
No, it's not particularly important. Perhaps in service of the Red Brotherhood, you will get passage across the Vilayet to Harkania or something like that. It's up to you guys. It doesn't really matter. Come next adventure, you'll be somewhere else anyway.
Okay.
Are we on the Vilayet Sea?
Yes, let me bring up the map.
Would you please bring up the map?
All right, so that should be visible to everyone.
Yep.
This over here is the Vilayet Sea.
I
You
see
guys are all the way up here
we cannot click on it.
on the
pen.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was intentional or not.
that's intentional. I just made a separate image.
Carry on.
So if you want to, in your brain canon, work out why you're on this ship, it's entirely up to you guys. Otherwise, I'm happy to hand wave the reason, and the reason is apparent to your characters but not to the players.
Where is the ship going?
It
We
is
need
just
some clues.
the ship itself is just plundering the Vilayet, trying to target Harkanian merchants. The
So we're not going anywhere. We're just pirating.
You are just pirating. But like I said, if you're potentially on board this ship to get passage to somewhere, so you'll pirate until you pull into a port, at which point you will jump off. It's really up to you, but you're just pirating at the moment. You are under the command of this fella.
Do I hear crickets?
Yes,
That is-
my son.
You're imagining that.
My son Zoo has some lizards, and they eat the crickets.
Apparently not fast enough.
Either that, or your joke is very unfunny.
Well, Ronnke asked for a purpose. I mean, lacking any other clues other than pirating, Wiseman wouldn't necessarily be a pirate for no purpose, unless it furthered his obsession to find, maybe he heard of a place around here that has the book he's looking for. Maybe one of the towns or villages or something like that has that.
Well, if the pirates are hitting Hyrcanian shipping, then it's possible that there is a ship that may have something that he wants, and he may have recruited the rest of us to help him.
I mean, Alaric is a pretty easygoing guy. He's after money. That's it. He doesn't care.
Oh yeah, you're wealthy. So Samira is always going to be one step behind Ulrich while she's in Iranian areas.
Okay, so your
That is
captain.
a serious hat.
Your captain is Zakynthos, and your first mate is Bulgaris. The morale amongst the crew is not great. You have been plundering, but you haven't been as successful as the captain promises. However, he does always announce to the crew that the next big score is just around the corner. So if there's any amongst you that wish to plan a mutiny, there's that opportunity there.
Well, these guys don't look like Iranians, so
Which also reminds me, if you have enemies and things like that, could you please make that roll into the eye?
did you get mine?
Yes, I did.
So while we've been raiding and doing all this stuff, Wiseman will have tried to do his best to stay on the captain and the first mate's good graces. And then with the using his healing skills and whatnot, he will have, if anybody's sick or hurt, etc., he will have tried to attend to the sailors. And he's just trying to have a positive reputation with the crew.
I will get you to roll a reaction roll, please, and this will be how the crew perceive you. Wizards are obviously feared.
Yep. I will say that they probably suspect that I'm a wizard, rightly so, but they have not seen me use any magic. All right, let me do a reaction roll. Where's that at? That's under reaction.
Yes.
I get a +2 from good entities. I don't know if these are considered good.
No, these are quite your typical bloodthirsty Hyborian pirate.
All right, I rolled a 14 for a good reaction, unless there's any hidden modifiers.
Okay, so for the present, the crew has not strung you up or keel-hauled you, so that's a good thing.
Is there anybody that I can sense that's kind of maybe has a thing for me that I should keep an eye out
on? No.
Samira?
Yeah, there's people.
What's your character's appearance level and where?
I'm a hot old guy in his 60s. I'm just kidding. I'm average.
In that case, you need to do the Sean Connery voice.
I do have a couple of spells that I can cast every once in a while. Sense foes and sense danger where nobody's, around me. Just kind of behind the scenes.
To be clear, Samira is obviously a follower of Decado. So
Deketa?
yeah,
I don't know what that is. I'll look it up.
goddess of pleasure and death.
And also, for the record, the captain is Corinthian.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, then we're buds.
Okay, so we've decided you are all willing participants.
I believe we have.
Okay. In this case, it has been several days since a great storm has forced you into the northern waters of the Vilayet. This is outside your normal area of plunder. Unfortunately, to evade the storm, you have had to sail far north to where you are usually operating. It is cold. Let's pick a time of year. I don't know if we have that in the calendar. Does someone give me a D20 roll? Sorry, not D20, D12 roll. This will be the
I was
month.
going to say, actually, what does their calendar look like?
It's a normal calendar, I think.
Well, that's probably about right. It's
So
March equivalent.
it will be March, and
Well, up on the upside of the planet.
how can we do this with dice? Let's just do a 3d10. That ought to
Just call
do
it the middle.
We'll just call it the middle. So this would be in the northern hemisphere, so it would be spring, correct? Yes.
Yes, spring. So still possibly cold.
Having been pushed north, Hyperborea is the coastline to the left or the west of the Vilayet. So you are currently on the Hyperborean steeps. It is cold, so if your characters have winter attire, you will be required to wear it. I don't know if that's going to affect how you armor up and such, but winter clothing does provide an extra +1 DR. However, I believe you are also at a -1 dex due to wearing it.
That's only if you're layering. Yeah, I think the ones that were here originally do have winter clothing from the whole Pictish thing we were doing.
Would have
Could
bought
we
some if we knew we
just
were
buy
going
now?
somewhere cold.
This is fine, but you'll just have to pay the cost for it.
Sure.
If you do not have the clothing, you will be at penalties for survival rolls. Does anyone understand Turanian, language-wise?
Fluent, both written and spoken.
Have any others decided to take language?
Not yet.
Okay, then Samira, you will hear a call from the crow's nest, and it will be, "Captain, a ship to the west."
I'll yell at the others.
Of your group, who is considered the sort of leader?
Uh,
That was a whole discussion.
I guess that depends on who you're talking to. Probably Alaric. He's the higher. I don't think he's officially. Does he have status?
Yeah, I'm a knight. I'm a
Yeah.
landless
Okay. I
knight. I
thought.
have
No,
like 2 status.
Yeah, I think most people are going to read him as the leader. Otherwise, Berenike, which if the captain is Corinthian, he's probably going to default to Berenike anyway.
Samira is specifically wearing high status clothing, though. So,
Yeah. If she's passing herself as a status, then that's a thing.
well, in this area, she's passing herself as somebody else's possession because, Quran and full of slaves. So,
Well, then they're probably not going to pick you as the leader.
no.
This is also one thing that you notice, that there are no slaves on board this ship. Every man is a free
Really?
man. In ships that you have plundered and have brought on slaves, the captain has always given them the option to join the crew as free men. So, yes, there are no slaves on board this ship. It is a sort of mixed crew, different ethnicities, but most of the crew are made up by Turanians. So the captain will pull out his spyglass, waltz over to the west railing, and take a look. He will speak to his first mate and give the instruction to wheel the ship around and head to a potential target. The first mate will bellow an order, prepare for plunder, at which point there is a young deck boy who will sort of pick up a drum, and he will start beating it, at which point you will see that crew that were sleeping below decks will come charging up and ready for the battle. You got people jumping into the rigging, adjusting sails, and the ship will sort of wheel around. There'll be the creaking of ropes. The sails will flap as they catch the wind, and you'll feel the ship sort of jolt and head in the direction of this other ship. The what do they call it? It's not the longboats. There's a special name for them.
You have to be more specific.
The boats that they use for boarding and such.
They use boats for boarding?
Well, yes. There's a name.
Probably just call it a ship's boat.
Skiff.
I don't think you've actually described the ship either.
Oh, yes. I also have an image.
Yeah, if we're talking about a galley or something like that, they don't typically have boats.
The ship you're on is the Electo.
That looks a bit like a carvo, to be honest.
That is actually an early galleon. Don't ask how that
Yeah.
got here.
Okay, so you will approach, and it becomes apparent to you that this ship that you're approaching is a merchant cog, and it is not in good shape. Sails are torn. There is damage to the ship, and you can see that there is, blood stains that sort of mark the sections of the ship's hull, and you do not see any sort of movement on board.
Looks like somebody beat us to it.
The captain will be cautious. He will say, bring us up close. Jolly boat, that's what they call it. And he'll order that 2 of the jolly boats be lowered into the water and sailed across to the other ship. If anyone has any sort of area knowledge or skills that would relate to knowledge and names of ships, you're welcome to roll that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So at this point, the ship is an unrecognized cog. It is a Turanian ship, however. There is the tattered flag of Turan that sort of flaps in the wind. The first officer will look to Alaric, and he will say, "Gather your people, take them into the jolly boat, sail aboard, and see if it's safe to approach."
I will do exactly that. I'll gather my men and yep, I'll approach the boat.
You bringing your slave with you?
Yeah, as he's like calling for his men to gather, Samira is just sitting there looking at it, being like, "Yes, I'm not coming."
You bringing the dog?
Yeah, is the dog going?
Sure, why not?
He's the emotional support dog. It's very stressful.
What's everybody
There you
wearing,
go.
like for armor and stuff like that?
Once we get a chance, I'll be upgrading mine. Just don't have time, but just a torso piece.
Let's see. Alaric is wearing mail-in plate, so fairly
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah, I don't think I'm wearing anything. I'm shitting my pants right now.
Ronnke is a Greek hoplite, so he's wearing the. It's not bronze, but he's wearing that Greek armor. I think Kale was wearing scale or something. It was
Leather.
pretty light.
I have hide and leather chest piece at DR4, front only torso. If you'd want to grab it off my character or something.
And Morden's got scale armor just on the torso and groin.
Yeah. So most of us are in the light to medium range, with the exception of Alaric.
Yeah, but I'm considering not going there with a plate armor, to be honest. Just the winter clothes.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Yeah. I'm really shitting my pants right now.
Tight
Hope you can
corridors,
swim.
close quarters fighting. Samira's definitely going first.
I will get a default roll on boating, unless one of you has the skill.
Nope. What
So-
does it scale off of?
I think it'll be Dex -4.
Now that you should be able to pull out of the abilities.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, I've got it at default from when we had to do that with the picked thing as well. I don't know that anybody else actually has any boating.
It is routine, so basically, I'm looking for a severe failure. So whoever makes the roll, or whoever you want to make the roll, make the roll.
If it's dex base, not it.
Who has the highest dex?
Me. But I
14?
think it's Ant.
14.
14.
14 as well.
Yes, we're so original.
It's almost like the GM said a max attribute of 14. And we all wanted to hit things.
Oh, 18's the max attribute. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
No, max attribute's 14.
Actually, it says dex
Except
minus
for
5
strength.
or IQ minus 5.
Yeah. Oh, does it say or IQ?
So I guess Wiseman, that's you.
And I
Yeah,
have
basically
a
anybody can do
14.
it here.
So who's going to make the roll? Make the roll.
Fine. Well, if it's routine, it's okay then.
All right,
That's
so
it.
no capsizing of boat. No one goes into the drink. The jolly boat that you're in will you will row across. The waves are not too bad, but you will row across to the merchant cog. Ropes from the rigging or just broken rigging sort of drag in the water. There's a sail that sort of hangs in the water, and ice has sort of frozen or has accumulated and frozen on ropes and stuff like that. So any climbing rolls to climb on board the cog will be at a -2.
Zamira will go first in that case and takes a rope with her. So she can chuck down a fresh one that's knotted.
And not frozen.
Nice.
Damn. She can climb.
That's with 1 point.
All right, so despite the frozen ropes, you will grab one of the broken rigging lines and clamber on board. A thin layer of sort of snow and ice covers the deck. There are no recent footprints to indicate any sort of recent activity on the deck. I will get a perception roll from you, please. This will be a smell-based.
Okay. I hope it smells like iron.
This is only going to be for Samira at this point. She's the only one that's on the deck.
Oh, sorry.
You do sense a very subtle odor of
Metal.
burning wood.
Oh.
You can't see any sort of smoke, but you do smell that burning wood sort of smell. You only catch a brief whiff of it before the wind sort of carries it away.
Mhm.
However, you do not see any
Toss
obvious
a fresh-
fires or anything like that.
So toss a fresh line over the other so they can hopefully climb up there. But
I didn't catch any of that. You were very quiet.
Samira will toss a knotted rope over the side to the others, a fresh line, so they can climb up more easily.
Is it just me, or is things very
No.
No.
muffled?
I'm also
He's
I'm
muffled.
also not getting it.
Sound like you're talking through a blanket.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
through a
sounds
pillow.
Unusual.
muffled, but he did say he's throwing a knotted rope over
Yeah.
the side for us.
Okay.
Thank you, Samira dear. An old man appreciates that.
Hey, a young man appreciates it too.
You are welcome to make a climbing roll. Climbing up a rope, I think, gives you +2 on your climbing roll. You may, of course, I will assume that you take extra time, or can take extra time.
Yeah, please.
We're not in a hurry. Let's get on with it.
Keep in mind that you are minus your encumbrance level to climb.
So, what would be reasonable? Take twice as long to climb?
That's what we've been doing. Depends on what your comfort level is. What's your situation? What's your climbing?
It's a 10, base 10.
Ooh. Yeah, you probably want at least +2 on that.
So I get a +2
4x.
from the rope.
Oh, well, okay.
Actually, it says rope up is a -2 on the chart,
That's not what the GM said.
but it's knotted. All right, so +2, 20
Go for
feet
it.
per minute.
How does the
How
dog
did
get up?
that? I was going to ask the same question. How does that
We
happen?
haul it up. We could just haul the dog up.
Yeah, if you want to haul the dog up, I'll need an animal handling roll.
Ah, the old days.
Oof.
Who's a good
So
puppy?
Ash will sort of give Morden the look. Seriously, dude. You want me
Come
to?
on.
You want me to
Come
go up there?
on. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to go up there.
This is so embarrassing. I was descended from wolves.
There might be something good to eat up there.
Oh, it's Sherry.
God, it's a hex ship.
It has been hexed.
Anyone else wish it was rotated 90 degrees?
Maybe a little.
Position yourselves anywhere. What's the square? On the railings or anywhere in that section. You haven't climbed up to the other decks at this point.
Hold on, let me move. Yeah, I guess that's what you can do.
Yeah, I'm covering Alaric from behind since he's going up the stairs.
You're welcome to make the roll if you want, but you will also catch whiffs of smoke. Or not smoke, burning wood.
You mean perception roll?
Yes, if you wish, but it's already been pointed out that Samira detected that.
Can we see anything below deck burning through the grate?
You will see. You look through the grate into the cargo hold, and you'll see a lot of the cargo crates and barrels and such have been broken open and looted for whatever was in there. You do not see any source of the smoke, and you do not see any sort of movement down there. It is dark. However, I guess if you're paying attention, you will be aware that this is where that whiff of burning wood sort of comes from.
Someone's hitting a billy.
Like I said, the deck is covered in a thin layer of snow. There is bodies on the deck that have been well and truly frozen. Blood and gore from what looks to have been a battle. If you want, I'll get anyone that wants to look more intently or look with purpose to the injured can make a IQ roll or a first aid roll.
Okay.
You see Wiseman, he's got like his eyes squinting and he's trying to look to see if he can see anything. It's kind of funny because he's nearsighted.
You do have to wonder what people did before glasses.
So anything more than a yard away is a -6 to vision rolls, by the way.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
For details, not for like noticing.
Uh-huh.
Before
So you
glasses, they used to drink out of skulls.
I don't see how that helps.
Maybe he's
I
gonna
see what you
develop
did
a.
there. Okay, so Alaric, you will take a closer look at one of the fallen wounded, and it becomes apparent to you that these injuries were not made by weapons of steel or anything like that. They appear to be claw marks and bite marks.
Well, everyone, I think we are not dealing with a pirate attack here. Looks like some animals attacked them, which is a bit weird. So let's, be particularly careful.
Bah. I wanted to fight people.
Maybe Ash has something to say about that.
Ash?
Is Ash going to do anything?
I think Ash is going to stay by his master and look up at his master for some direction. And Morden is simply going to keep a watchful eye out as he removes his great axe.
Actually, IQ 6, so he's quite an intelligent beast. Give me a perception roll for Ash, please.
Anything particular, smelling or just vision?
We'll do smelling.
I think
Okay.
6 is enough to understand human speech.
Samir has definitely been constantly bribing Ash with treats.
I guess it's easy to say that Ash is my favorite character of the company. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we can live with it.
Giant clever dog, definitely.
Okay, so Ash is sort of walking around the deck, sniffing around. Can I get everyone to make a dex roll unless you have like sure footing or something like that? I'm looking for a failure.
Well, you won't get one.
Rigel is
Apparently
going to be very
not.
sad. Rigel is going to be very sad because I remember he specifically bought sure footing for this kind of situations.
Baronike already had it as well.
Okay, so... Damn it. What's with all you dexterous people?
You put us in
Everybody has a
combat
14.
focused game.
Nobody was going to be original and get something other than 14.
Okay, so Ash will be sniffing around, and then Morden, you will see that something catches his attention as his ears sort of perk up, and he looks towards the back of the ship, and he begins to bark.
All right, spin around to look at the back of the ship.
This here is a door that goes into that the deck there. What is it? It's not the forecastle, aft.
The poop deck.
That's
Poop deck?
typically the quarter deck.
Quarter deck. So that goes into the quarter deck there.
It's forecastle.
No, that's the other end.
Yeah, it's not forecastle, it's forecastle.
Okay. Well, I'll just lift my axe and point towards that door.
Well, he barks. The door will sort of clang a bit as something is moved from behind it, and then it is opened just a crack, and a face appears behind that door.
Is it attached to a body?
Well, you don't know. You only saw the face through the crack. It appears to be a sailor, quite wary and disheveled. Face is all dirty, and you can see hints of like dried blood in his hair and such.
Okay. Well, I just tell Ash to stand his ground. Easy boy. And Morden is just going to keep pointing at his axe, waiting to see what this thing does.
Okay, can I get... Let's have... is everyone's positions where you sort of want to be at this point?
Suppose.
Yeah, why not?
I will move KL because you're not standing on the anchor.
Well, it might be below that. That's not the capstan. That's the crow's nest.
Is it? Okay, it is too. So you could be below that. I'm glad you remember all these ship things.
Fat lot of good it does me.
Is everyone's facings correct? This
Let's
is the
assume
source of the sound and where the door was opened.
Apparently it's going to be important, so now we need to know.
Okay,
Everybody off the ship.
Mira,
I'll be acting first, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
can you roll a reaction roll for me, please? Just straight reaction, no modifiers.
Oh, but I like my butterflies.
The face in the crack explodes.
Could have been worse.
Well, a little.
Okay, can you see that now? The token there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Turanian god, right?
Yes. So there is a moment of evaluation from behind this door, and then the expression on the face turns to one of bloodthirsty violence as the door is pushed open, and he will charge out with his weapon readied, which is a spear. Yes, this guy has a spear. He will charge towards Samira, doing an all-out attack. Strong.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I'm going to step back and do a retreating parry. I succeed.
Okay, and this judo parry,
It acts on my turn.
Okay, but is it of the variety that he can actually stab your arm instead?
He cannot.
So your parry is considered a weapon.
Well, on a failed hit, he could hit my arm instead, but he can't because I have the Wrestle Master trait.
Okay, that's what I was inquiring about.
Yeah.
Okay, then we shall begin combat.
Does he
turns.
follow up, or does he?
No, he will just move and attack, stab.
Samira, are you like a ninja?
Sort
Like
of.
a martial artist?
I suppose that's probably true-ish.
Yeah.
Unless you have sure-footed, your attack rolls are at -2 due to snow and slippery deck.
That's fine.
Okay.
I will take a step to there, 10-foot steps. And I am going to use judo. It's a quick contest of, block, dodge, parry, to resist my trip or throw attempt. Sorry.
Well, he can't do either because he all-out attacked.
Ah, well, then he's on his ass in the square, just not, or on his back.
In the square he's in? Or the hex he's
One
in?
up. Yeah.
There?
Yep.
Okay, he will be prone. I'm sure I have
That is
an
my
effect
turn.
for that.
Okay, so Ash is going to close on the prone man. In which hex is his head?
In the hex that he's in.
Okay, so Ash will move basically into close combat and is going to do a targeted attack on his neck.
Just as a standard operating procedure, since you haven't had the chance to give Ash an instruction, will he just charge into combat without being told?
I think he has a sense of duty to his master and the close friends of his master. I think at this point, Ash has just seen this guy attack Samira, and he's after him.
All right, so in future,
He's a
if
good
something
puppy.
like that happens, he will attack, regardless of whether he's told or not.
Yeah, I think
Or until otherwise told.
And yeah, until otherwise told. I mean, I could have said, "Hey, just wait out," but no, he's going to go for it because, he's just seen one of the teammates get attacked. So let's get these mods going. So you said -2 for the ship.
Unless you have sure-footed. I don't know if that affects four-legged things.
I guess it still would.
Yeah.
Still
Okay.
slippery.
Okay.
So -2.
Yeah, and then -4 for a move and attack, correct?
Correct. Maximum roll of 9.
And then the targeted attack is a technique. Does that bleed off anything for the neck?
Oh, you have that. Have you spent actual points in it?
Yes.
Okay.
4 points.
How much? What's the level
17.
compared to his normal attack?
Brawling of 19.
Jeez. Okay, so he's so he's at -2 total for the neck, which is significantly. Actually, I think that may be too much. There's a limit. You can only improve it up to half.
Yeah, I think according to GCA, that's as high as I was able to put it.
No, I think that's right. It is at a -2.
So I think I just have to basically roll a 9 or better at this point off
Yep.
17. Yeah, okay. I'm going to roll a 17 and let's just see if I get a 9 or better. No, missed.
Hey,
All right.
for the record, when you're dealing with him, you might want to make a note of martial arts, page 115. That's where they talk about using teeth. And
You mean the worrying?
yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Morden is going to move in. Got a move of 5. So
There's one guy over there. Let's see why we got to dogpile him. Ronnke is going to be looking around for other targets.
Well, just moves lightly. I'm so happy I can actually move at my full speed for once. Yeah, that's it for me.
Kale,
Nothing.
doing nothing. Okay, just advance the tracker then.
Not even up.
You have to bring the tracker up yourself. Click on the crossed swords icon in the top right. I've already advanced the tracker for you. Alaric, you moved.
Yeah, I think I moved out of turn. Sorry.
We got people on the tracker that aren't here.
Yeah, they're skipped.
Okay, so Wiseman's gonna see that the spear guy's being handled, taken care of. He doesn't see anything immediately around him. He's gonna cast sense danger.
All right, select your area of effect.
It just tells the caster if any immediate danger is nearby. It's an information spell. Gives the nature if it's of the danger if it's within a minute or so, or within 5 minutes.
Okay, well, it is kind of obvious that there is danger because there's someone attacking. I don't know
I
if
wouldn't
that would
consider
have.
this one guy danger.
He's on the ground with a
Yeah.
dog on his neck.
Yeah, I don't think we consider him a danger at this point.
Okay, make your spell roll. Spend your fatigues.
And if it helps you, I could do a different one. But yeah, that's the one I said. So never mind. Just go with that one.
It's up to you.
Success by 6.
All right, there is definitely danger. You believe the nature of this is you are going to be attacked by more than this guy. Obviously, more than this guy.
All right. So he just had to do some slight gestures with his hand. So anybody that's kind of looking for that may have noticed it. Wiseman will say, I sense that there is more danger below decks. Be on your guard. Not that you weren't going to be on your guard anyways,
Well,
but that's my action. So I am done. And I will take a step closer.
Is there a time to cast on that one?
1 second. It's concentrate for 1 second, and then at the end of my turn.
Okay, that's all your turns. Those of you that have the soldier skill, you are welcome to make a roll. If you have body language, I guess you can make a roll as well.
Well, I guess if I got to fail one, now's the time.
And so Alaric, KL, you two will succeed. Alaric, you will see another emerge from the door there.
Okay.
He will sort of charge out, and you'll see that there is at least one other behind him.
So I'll scream, careful, one behind, another one behind.
However, you will notice that from your experience in soldiering, and at least in KL's sense, you can see in their body language, their actions, you've seen it a few times, and it's usually soldiers that are in a desperate situation, instead of being coherent, it's just a panicked defense or attack. It's not like it's very intentional. It's just a almost animalistic fight or flight reaction. And these guys look disheveled, and they're attacking. Possibly, you've seen this situation before where a soldier would end up attacking their own people just out of pure fright, fear, terror, or whatever the case may be. And you can see that is the look that these people seem to have at present. The guy that's on the ground, he will get to his knee. This guard charging towards Morden will do a move and attack with his spear. Maximum roll of 9, he fails. Samira.
Step, crouch. Is he wearing armor?
No. Oh, sorry.
Next stab.
No. Yes, he has like a leather
Make up your mind.
tunic on. That's the other ones that
So
don't.
just his torso?
And remember that I think he's in close combat with Ash.
We're both in close combat. I wasn't sure how that worked. Do I need to take the -2? But we're all in close combat, so I don't think it applies.
You start your turn there, I think.
Yes.
We will say that if you're in close combat, you are at a -2, simply because there's so many people, jostling about.
Yep, cool. Your dog needs to get teamwork too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so step, and I will make. Yeah, I will. That's going to be -4 to hit. Yeah, I'll just stab him in the leg because why not? So that's -2, -4, -6. Oh, actually, that'd be arm, not leg, because he's crouching, so I can't really hit his leg. Sorry.
Yeah, I suppose you could.
Do your damage. Make sure you have him targeted when you roll. You targeted
Oh,
yourself.
sorry. Yep, not again.
There you go again.
Let me drag that onto him.
Thank you. So that's
So
arm
to the arm.
damage. Yep.
All right. You stab his arm. You can see that he's cold, and it's almost as if his blood is frozen in that it takes longer to sort of flow out of the wound than normal. His extremities are very cold. Was not enough to cripple or anything like that.
Okay, so Ash will do another targeted attack on the bite to the neck. So it's a -2 mod to the technique roll. I'm taking it.
Correct. Fail dodge. Do your damage. Oof.
Oh shit.
Good doggy.
All right, cutting attack to the neck. Major wound. That hurts him a lot.
Wow, poor guy.
Very nearly takes him to a death roll. He manages to shake off the major wound, but there's a large gash in his throat that is bleeding profusely.
Okay, so Morden, he takes a step back and attacks with his 2-reach great axe. And you said -2 for the deck?
Yes. Bad footing. Slippery deck. Ice and snow. He has a spear. He will attempt to parry. No deceptive, so that is successful.
Alrighty. I don't know how I skipped Berenike.
Well, I guess there's more action coming out. Were there any actual doors or entrances behind? Forward of the where we are now.
There probably should be, but no.
Okay, Bernice is gonna assume there's nobody coming from behind, so he'll, I guess, proceed forward and potentially fill in some of the gaps here. I guess he's going that way. He's going. Yeah, we'll just pick one. That's good enough. He's not in any hurry. I really don't feel like these guys are worth fighting.
Gale. Larrick.
Can I make an intimidation roll to get them to surrender?
You certainly can.
First, I'll roll my bloodlust. Yep. Okay. Can I add my Baba leader to this roll or not?
Does that normally apply to intimidation? I wonder if it would.
No. I'm speaking nonsense. It's just for reaction. That's true.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not unreasonable given the situation.
Well, I mean,
Given their
absolutely.
panicked and frenzied state, this will also be at a -5.
Ooh, okay. So let's try then. I guess not.
Well, it is a contest.
All right.
I will do them as a group.
Okay. Then.
Okay, so the I'll just make everyone visible.
So I'll just scream, drop your weapons if you want to live.
Knock it off.
Oh, wow, there were quite a few of them.
The whole party has bloodlust.
Yeah,
So-
but
Everyone has the Dex 14, everyone has Bloodlust. What else?
So these guys will charge out. A fight will ensue for a few turns until your attempts at forcing them to back down succeed, and the fight will come to a stop. But these guys are not ready to throw down their weapons yet. They're just no longer pressing their attack. But you can see that they're in a panicked state. It's almost like they're not thinking rationally at this point.
Would a diplomacy roll help?
Sure.
At -5?
No. Just do the diplomacy.
Okay. So I tell them, there is no point in fighting. You're all going to die.
promises, promises.
Okay. They will settle down and sort of come to their senses as it becomes apparent that you're probably not the enemy that they thought you were. And well, what's happening to the guy that had his throat chewed out? Is Ash going to stop?
Samira is stabbing the living shit out of him. Marveling as she's like kneeling over him, just plunging a knife into him with a gleeful expression as his blood splashes across her face.
Berenike
Probably helps the
says,
intimidation roll.
he's first, though.
Who's first?
That guy. He's going to die first.
Okay, well, he will proceed to die.
Yeah, I think Ash would, in the ensuing melee, Ash would basically just keep working this guy over until he sort of stopped resisting or making a sound.
Yeah, he becomes a limp rag doll to the thrashing of Ash and the stabbing of Samira.
Good puppy.
So if you're saying that we're just drawing this melee to a close, yeah, Morden would probably have backed up, and once he realized they were standing down, he would have whistled for Ash to come over.
Bunny, Bulbul,
I'll make him not red.
they were turning friendly. Now they're not.
Yeah, but everyone needs to make bloodlust rolls because
No, that's not necessarily how that works. It doesn't. If you sneak up behind a sentry, you're probably going to kill him rather than let him go or knock him out. And if you've got guys that are down, you're not going to keep prisoners. But that doesn't necessarily mean you got to kill people that don't need killing.
Okay, I
says
just
otherwise.
realised that Alaric, you don't speak Turanian, so asking them to.
User disconnected from your channel.
Well, I think that's
Things.
probably fairly reasonable.
What did you succeed your roll by?
Well, I failed intimidation by 1, but I succeeded diplomacy by
User
3.
joined your channel.
Yeah, unless you can communicate properly, it becomes a bit of a standoff at this point.
But I mean, couldn't I say it's a bit of a universal language, like drop your weapons? Like, you know.
Unfortunately, that's
Samira
not how it
will
works.
Samira will scream. Clearly, she just was enjoying stabbing this person. So very much so. So she will make an intimidation roll, shouting in Turanian to surrender or die.
Great.
Death or cake.
Well,
What are you talking about? Sadist gives you a +1 to people who've witnessed your sadistic behavior for intimidation rolls.
in this case, we'll let that stand that they have lowered their weapons. It is a sort of standoff at this point. They're not attacking, but they're not dropping their weapons. I think that's all of them. No. Well, the combat is effectively over, but they're not surrendered at this point.
I don't see Wiseman on the combat tracker.
Yeah, where did he
Where am
go?
How did he become invisible?
Because I'm like dead last.
He's a wizard.
It shocks me
They
that
do weird
Samir is
things.
quicker than the dog.
There you go. I did not know that you could make PCs non-green.
Can you?
Yeah, what if we want to murder each other?
Yeah, you can. You can make PCs non-green. And when you do, then you can make them invisible and stuff.
Interesting. I remember having problems making neutral and friendly characters or friendly tracker items actually invisible. I think they fixed that. Anywho. Okay, well we're sort of at an impasse here. We've got an unsurrendered state, but they're not actively hostile either. Now, at this point, is Samira the only one with Turanian?
Mm-hmm. She did yell at them to surrender or die.
Well,
let's see. Your intimidation.
we should look pretty intimidating.
Oh, she's
We are a
definitely
rough
covered in
bunch.
gore right now.
Also that. And you just ruined that dress.
All right, so
It looks better with blood.
the lead guy will sort of look at the mauled corpse of their comrade. He will drop his axe into the snow, which is slowly becoming more and more crimson. The rest will sort of follow suit and surrender.
Bloodlust rolls.
Again?
Did we make them?
No,
I don't think we actually did. So yeah, you do have to make a roll to accept the surrender, but I guess really at this point, if Alaric is quote unquote in charge, he could say, all right, we're done. At which point we're competing with our bloodlust versus his leadership.
Wow, yeah.
So
The
if people have
responsibility.
bloodlust, make the roll. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah. See if we even need to bother. Oh, apparently I wanted to kill somebody.
It's been a few
Can I
days
try?
since you've murdered someone, so
It has been a bit.
Can I try dissuading Bernike?
you can. You can make a leadership roll.
Well, you don't have to.
And
I can
Bernie.
accept your leadership without you having to roll for it, but okay,
This is
I'll
true.
consider that good. He said, hey, knock it off, we're done.
Yeah, I said that's enough. We need to ask about what happened here.
We only need one left for that.
Well, I'm not saying you can't loot them, you can't rob them of their goods, but that's enough for now, please.
They're Turanians. They're slaver scum.
They already threw their weapons down. That's no fair.
It's not even
Who
fun.
cares?
Well, no harm in killing at least one of them.
One more?
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
for the gods.
All right.
Okay, you can choose one. You can choose one. You can choose one. Choose one. That's fine.
Samira will start asking. So, what on earth happened on your ship?
Give me a reaction roll. Or you can
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
you can give me a reaction roll, or you can continue to use intimidation, or if you use intimidation, then you will need to interrogate. They're not going to
I'll start with a
willingly offer.
reaction roll to set initial disposition because it's funny.
Are we
So
still in
she asked
combat
the
rounds?
question and they refused to answer?
Yes. You ask what happened, and the lead guy that seems to be doing the talking for everyone, he will. I don't think your sadism will particularly
They
come
just
into
saw
this.
me like
Callous,
continually
yes.
plunge my knife into that one guy over and over, even after he was clearly dead.
In any case, they do not wish to say what happened.
Hey, Ulrich, He's not talking. Can he be the one?
Yep, sure, go ahead. Tell him why. Tell him why first, so the other ones understand.
He didn't talk, so he said I could stab him.
Alaric gets to contain the chaos.
Yeah. I
With
direct
much
the
too much
bloodshed.
glee on her face. What?
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not a crit failure, it's a success. I rolled the wrong thing.
Okay, so you'll push this guy up against the mast, and then thrust your knife into his throat. He will immediately begin to bleed out, collapse, and start to turn the snow at the base of the mast all crimson red. The others will see this, and will be suitably freaked out by it.
Turning back to the group. So, who wants to tell me what happened? As I point at one of them with my knife.
The next guy that you point, or the guy that you point to, he looks at the now two corpses on the deck, and he will begin to speak. He will say, "We were driven north by a storm, and we found shelter in a mist-covered cove. In that mist, we saw the shrine of Baba Mora.
Yeah, Samira will be translating that, obviously.
In the shrine, there was a manner of treasures which we took, and began to sail away. But before we could leave the cove, we were overrun by creatures of unspeakable horror. We managed to get out with our lives, and we've been adrift for several days now, until we happened upon yourselves.
So why did you attack us?
We thought you might be part of them."
You said unspeakable horror. Do we look like it? Maybe don't answer that.
Do they know a Pentius?
Samira, would you mind asking them what they have on their hold and why does it smells like it's burning?
What's burning, and why is all your goods smashed open?
We were searching for food amongst our cargo. We're only trying to survive here. The ship can't be sailed.
Right. Were any of you slaves, or are you all just crew?
These people, you'll see there's some that are labelled guards, so they are actual men-at-arms. The others are just sailors, so crew.
So they're all like obvious, like free Turanians.
They're all Turanian.
Yeah. I will read
Less,
what happened to your slaves.
This is all that is left of us.
You didn't answer the question.
He shrugs and he says, "I guess they're all dead."
Turn to Ulrich. It's like, pretty sure they killed all the slaves to save themselves. Can we kill them now?
Maybe we can make some money by making them slaves.
I like your thinking.
Yep.
Samira will
Someone
start
has to.
tying them up.
And maybe let's rifle over their stuff to see if they have money or anything that's useful.
Well, they did say they got away with some treasure.
Yep.
Definitely not cursed or anything.
Of course not. That would be silly.
So the captain comes on board with the first mate. He would probably stay on board the ship.
We'll fill him in.
A number of the pirate crew, Red Brotherhood, they sort of swarm over the deck and they start going through stuff, looking for anything of value. The captain will say, "What of these? What have they said?"
Turanian that pass on the information about the horrors on the misty covered island, shrine of Baba something. Point out that these are all men at arms, like guards and crew. So clearly, these people killed all the slaves that were on the ship.
So is Baba Mora known to the sage?
I was gonna
Wiseman,
ask,
do you have any skills?
is that like theology or?
It's sure theology, but I'll need a really good roll.
I mean, I don't have theology. I was just asking what it is.
A hidden law. Um,
All right. I've got a couple hidden lores, not a lot. So I was trying to kind of focus. I have spirits, undead, and magical writing.
let's go undead. Give me a roll on that one.
Oof, barely made it by one.
You do not know a great deal about Baba Mora, other than there's a legend that she is worshipped by many Hyperboreans as a god figure. She is known as the Ice Hag.
So you had me roll under undead. So does that give me any, is she some sort of undead type of person or leader or something like that?
Well, undead in the god sense. Whether she's real or not, that's a completely different thing. But she's worshipped as such.
I have heard of this Baba Mora, but I do not know much. I only know that she is worshipped as the Ice Hag. I am sorry, friends, but that is all I know.
Ice Hag. More cold. Can we not sail south?
I like this plan.
South for
As
the
long as we're
winter.
out of the water, I'm fine.
Away from the cold, towards the warm. Probably find more Terranians to murder.
They mentioned they have treasures and that they got attacked. Does that imply that the treasure's still down there? Or did I miss something?
Yeah, I
Well,
think we were going to check in on that.
actually, the name Baba Mora literally translates to crone of death.
Crone
Nice.
of death.
The captain will say, "Search the ship. Find anything of value. If you see the captain's log, bring it to me."
Pilfer, pilfer, pilfer.
And then he'll also order these guys to be kept under guard. Neither killed or anything, just watched. You will search, and you will find that there is a bunch of treasures that have been hidden in the captain's quarters, or not hidden, but they're locked in a chest in the captain's quarters. I can get a lockpicking roll from KL if you wish to open the chest
How about an axe roll?
skillfully, or you can axe it open. You can ask it to open.
Exit to open.
KL is ahead of you, and he opens it, and there is artifacts that look to be of a religious significance. Certainly very valuable. There's like gold and jewel encrusted artifacts that's in this chest. If anyone else is looking, you can make a perception roll or a search roll.
Small one goes straight in my pocket.
If
Yeah,
you
why not?
intend to try and pilfer something, you can roll your kleptomania
Pickpocket?
first,
Bloody pirates.
if you wish. Otherwise, you can filch, is the skill that you're looking for to sneak something away.
I critically failed my perception roll, by the way.
You got something in your eye.
I look at a pile of shit and I think it's like, I don't know, valuable.
Um, Wiseman's gonna cast Mage Sense, which lasts for 1 minute, and he can detect if there's any magic items nearby. unseen or not. And it has a modifier. You got to roll, and it's minus the distance in yards. Skill modifier is distance in yards to the object. So
Okay. Make
kind of
a
a standard operating procedure.
roll.
So he'll cast it and then kind of walk around the room and stop at different areas and kind of stop for a moment and use his sense. And then again, it just takes a couple of gestures, so it's not overtly obvious that he's casting spells unless you're kind of watching it for it.
Okay.
Where's it at? Hopefully he doesn't blow it up. Success by 5.
Filch is default -4.
Okay. So you will filch one of the artifacts. I guess you put in your pack or something like that.
Yep.
Your mage sense will detect that these artifacts seem to have a magical, or at least a spiritual value or component to them. Not necessarily enchanted, but maybe it's a religious significance. But there is certainly power in these items.
Residual.
Did we say Alaric is the apparent leader by status?
Well, the captain's here as well.
Near enough when we need one.
Well, I don't work for the captain.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, I'm not hiding it either. I'll be like, Alaric, I sense power in these artifacts. They might be worth bringing with us, or at least treating with proper respect.
Hmm.
And he looks at the captain because maybe the captain wants to take them.
What specifically was it?
Yeah, if I can identify which ones, I will tell them. I will tell Alaric. And maybe does Bernike look like you're a boss?
I suppose you could call him a number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2.
A big number 2.
There's not like a single item has this feeling of power. There's several of the artifacts. All the ones that are, very fancy, gold, jewel encrusted artifacts.
Hmm.
If anything, they are probably worth a lot of money to the right temple.
Yeah, there's
Or
like
collectible.
statuettes and gold
Okay.
religious iconery. There'll be a scepter and stuff like that. Random treasure loots.
Maybe we should keep an eye on that particular crate then.
Right. So temple-related items that probably should be sold to a temple-related people.
Definitely a
Belongs
very
in
good
the-
haul. The captain will look at the stuff and he will smile and say, I told you, lads. The next haul would have been our prize catch. And it appears this is it. This will make us rich.
Berenike is going to be speaking Corinthian and say, well, they said that they got it from that cove, and they didn't say they got all of it.
Also, if it matters, Wiseman was speaking in Aquilonian. I don't know if the captain or the first mate speak Aquilonian.
I think Corinthian is somewhat related to Aquilonian.
No, I think it was Koth related or something. I'd have to look at it. I may be misremembering that.
Now I'm starting to consider that mutiny you were talking about in the beginning, Ronnke.
Well, why? He's all good.
Yeah, but you see, it's more people to share the loot with.
Well, yes. We could probably pitch a few over the side just to even the percentages out a little.
Yeah, I mean, we can go within skeleton crew and then kill the rest of the skeleton crew in the end.
Feed our pet sharks.
Or
The
we could make
captain
all
will
of them
give the
great.
order to gather all the loots and assemble it on the deck of the Alecto.
I vote to leave the Turanian scum on their ship to freeze.
We could fetch a
Um,
good price for them.
Yeah, but we have to feed them and look after them, and they're a bunch of untrustworthy, slaving scumbags.
we'll say Bernie, since you mentioned that you're in this room. Bernie, you will find on the floor what looks to be the charred remains of the ship's log. You pick up the leather-bound book. You open it, turn some pages. They are very fragile. Some pages crumble to ash from being burnt. However,
Well, he's not going to bother digging into it because he can't read. So he's just going to wave it at the captain and say, "Hey, this what you're looking for?"
No, 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 no.
No,
Might be.
no.
It might
You
contain
want to
privileged
you want to look at it
information.
first?
Yes, please.
All right, Alaric.
Yeah, so I'll
Um,
check. Um,
the same again. There's burnt pages. Those that are severely burnt will just sort of crumble. There is a bunch of stuff that is legible, but it is written in Turanian. So someone has to be literate and understand Turanian to, read what's in this log.
God damn it. Samira, can
Samira
you
will
read Turanian?
translate. Yes,
And
Oh,
Samira, is
thank God.
Samira literate?
yes.
Okay, so
Thank God.
you will read those portions of the log that you can. You can see there's some scrawled notes that indicates that they were driven north due to a storm in an attempt to outrun this great storm. They happened upon what looked to be a cove that was shrouded in mist. The ship's name is called the Pride of Isfapua, if I pronounced that right. I do have an image. I should have shared that earlier.
Wow, it looks pretty beat up.
It's seen better days.
Yeah.
It indicates that entry into the cove was dangerous due to swirling water currents, and the prevailing winds were not favourable. However, they managed to get into this cove, and the log sort of ends fairly abruptly with a sort of cryptic and hastily jotted reference to such treasures.
I will ask Samira to rip off this last part of the log before we give it to the captain.
All right. Rip out the last page.
Yep. And then you hand it to the captain. Look, they said there was treasure in these caves, so might be worth having a look.
We could interrogate the crew some more.
That sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe you could find out what they had for breakfast yesterday.
There are more than one way to find out.
Also, in searching the ship, you will see that the source of the burning wood is some fires that have been lit below deck that they've used to basically huddle around for warmth.
That is dangerous.
It is very, very dangerous, and any seafarer would know that these people would have been quite desperate to have done that below decks. Obviously, fear had driven them to irrational behaviour. These fires can easily be put out.
Yeah, so maybe let's do that.
Maybe let's wait a minute while I warm up.
So the captain will order everything of value brought across to the Electo. The prisoners will be, or the survivors will be brought across as well. The captain will give them an offer. He tells these people he intends to take their ship north to find this misty cove that was mentioned in search of treasure. He gives the offer to the crew. You may join our crew as
Orman,
equals.
Orman. Oh,
So that will be sailors, crewmen, whatever.
Well,
So
they can
they'll
start
be,
as oarmen.
they will be treated as equals if they do the work. The other option is they can be given a quick death, or they can be left adrift on this derelict ship.
Could I try reasoning with the captain, saying that, since they were slavers, why not make them slaves and make some money out of them?
The captain will say, "Slavers make poor sailors. I would like," and he'll sort of chuckle a little. "Not that I trust this scurvy lot, but I certainly trust them more than a man that is held against his will. So I'll not have slaves aboard my ship."
Hmm. Mental note. I don't like this guy. He's hurting my profit. Okay, then.
However, I shall roll.
that's why I suggested Orman, because, yeah,
Yep, that's the closest you get from being a slave.
I'm
they
going
usually
to
always were.
roll a d6 minus 2 amongst these crew that are willing to sign on. All right, so in this
No
case,
one.
none. None want to go north.
Samira enjoys killing them.
Well, they still have the offer of a quick death or be left adrift on this boat. None of them wish to be given a quick death, so they will all opt to stay on this boat.
They all want cake. So disappointing.
To which the captain will honour that offer. However, he does not leave them with any food or provisions or anything like that hasn't been already left on board the Pride of Isfapur, if that's how it's pronounced.
Before we leave, I make a point in putting out all the fires that they set up.
Okay, so you put out the fires. The ship is not in risk of burning unless they decide to burn it further.
Yep.
However, you know that chances are they will not survive unless they're happened upon by another vessel, which is not likely since the main sort of shipping routes are far from where you currently are. So the loot is brought on board. The quartermaster of the Aleko will be logging everything that is brought on board in his book or in the log, so that there is a record of it. KL, are you going to be dishonest, or are you going to turn over your loot?
Maybe I should do my kleptomania roll.
Go for it.
Why shouldn't I keep it?
Yeah, I mean, why don't you keep it? Why do you try to resist it?
That means I succeeded in not wanting to steal, isn't it?
That means you can not steal.
You can choose to fail.
Yeah, I would fail if I were you.
I'll keep quiet about it.
Yeah, but stealing from the company, that doesn't go well with the pirates.
Yeah,
Just don't get caught.
that's a guaranteed keel haul if you're ever caught.
But don't worry, things are about to change. I have this feeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, none of us can sail, so your plan is pretty poor.
Well, no, see, he takes out the captain and then takes over as captain. That's how that works.
Exactly.
Everybody that's sailing still sails.
Yep.
So everything is documented, and it is indeed a valuable haul. The crew seems quite excited. At least for the next couple of days, talk of potential mutiny doesn't seem to happen. But there is sailors being superstitious, things that they are, there is some concern about heading to, hidden misty coves with, shrines to, dead gods or gods of death and such.
Honestly, I thought they would be losing their shit because we have a woman on board. I think that would be much worse.
Yeah, they haven't really developed that superstition yet.
They've heard of Red Sonja.
True.
Now, come on. Dying at the hands of a god is probably the most glorious death you could possibly have.
Be my guest, Bernie.
Of course, they might not let your pet soul pass on, so that could be a problem. I have to think about that.
Very well. So the all the stuff is then brought into the hold and secured away. The particularly valuable artifacts are put into the captain's room and locked away there, and the ship will begin to set sail to the north. Which
And then we find the captain in his room with his face melted.
I guess now's your chance, Elric.
Oops.
Yep. I mean, I need my crew to back me up, but yeah, that could happen.
And you will leave the pride of Isfapool behind. You sail a couple of days north, and the weather gets noticeably colder. Do I actually have a weather table? Did we have that?
Nosh used one.
I don't think I have the weather table loaded. Too bad.
You could save those into a mod and then port them over to the next campaign.
That would be the smart thing to do, which I'll promptly forget for next adventure.
Again.
Or you could roll some dice and make up bullshit, and we'd all believe you.
Yeah, I didn't use a weather table. I was just using the journey, modified journey rules from Tor.
There's a weather table in Dungeon Fantasy Wilderness Adventures.
Let's see if I can pull that up.
In any case, I will need health rolls from people. If you have survival, I think it's Arctic, you can make that roll a health-based survival's Arctic roll, otherwise a straight-up health roll. If you didn't have the cold weather gear, or you're not wearing it, this roll is at -5.
I'm so screwed now. Oof. Thank God.
How much does fit help on this roll?
It does in fact help.
I'm looking it up. Does anybody know how much? Is it a +2 or +1?
+1.
1. Very fit is 2.
Success by 3.
So the only failure is everyone rolled? No, we're still waiting on a roll from Morden.
Ooh, no.
Ooh.
The critical failure, though, I didn't modify
Is
it because
just a normal failure.
no. Hang on. He's got
fur.
He's got fur, but he's also got. Hang on.
But is it 17?
Good God, his health is 15.
He's got very fit, so you'd add 2 to that.
So that wasn't
But
an
it's-
actual fail.
Isn't a 17 or an 18 a failure?
17 and
Regardless.
18 is always a failure. It's just not a critical fail.
Yeah, so he would have made it by 2. He would have just made it by 15.
Okay, so Ash and KL, you will suffer 1 fatigue, which will only be recovered when you are able to get warm. You have to spend a day in warmth, as you have started to get some frostbite on your extremities, or bits of your person. So fingers are starting to get a little black, or toes or whatever, as it gets cold. Sailing north, I will have who's most likely to get freaked out. Probably, actually, Wiseman. Not necessarily freaked out, but You might be curious. As
I definitely
the
have curious.
as the ship sails, you get the usual, followed by dolphins and stuff like that. However, Wiseman, you'll be sort of standing on the deck, looking over the rail in the direction that you sail, and you will see a very attractive,
Quit
uh,
staring at me, freak.
a
Red's
very
not my color.
attractive woman, just sort of in the water, like you see there, beckoning you to sort of follow.
Mm-hmm. That never ends well.
Definitely not a sun.
And as the ship sort of sails, you see she points in a very alluring fashion in the direction or the northerly direction, and then she sort of dives into the water, swims, and will surface again, kind of like a dolphin, maybe mermaid, a little further up, and just continues to sort of beckon and point. Go this direction. She seems very friendly.
I feel like I'm a poor sage. What do I know about these creatures? Are they trying to lure us to our death, or are they like trying to help us?
Well,
They're
you're
definitely
uncertain.
trying to help.
Say that again.
Well, you're uncertain. You've not seen anything like this before.
How cynical is he?
I say he's pretty cynical.
Yeah, these things are never there to help you.
He's been around.
Never
He's
ever.
thinking of Ulysses, and the Odysseus or whatever
Well, that hasn't
time
been written
tells
yet, but still, yes.
From a completely different universe world.
It's sci-fi. He likes reading sci-fi, guys.
That's true. Sort of.
I mean, I don't feel a compulsion, right? It's just
Well,
they're just.
give me a will roll.
I have fearlessness, and then I have
She's definitely
will.
not scary.
Please, Botch.
Will roll succeed by 8.
Okay, so there is a definite allure to her. You don't feel threatened by her at all, but you can tell she's beckoning you to continue forward in the way that you're going, and she'll just follow the boat. She'll submerge and then reappear a little further
Well,
up, and this will continue.
Well, what I will do is, seeing as I have no idea what it is, I will let Alaric know. I'll be Alaric. Look at that creature. She seems to be summoning us. I think we should let the captain know. They might be more familiar with the creature.
That's a shark.
Old man, you seem to be more wise about these things than we are. Do you have an idea what that is?
Alaric, can you please make that will roll as well, please?
God damn it. Oof, safe.
There is certainly something bewitching about this woman as she beckons you forward. You've never seen anything more beautiful. And given that it's freezing cold, bitter cold for you guys, she is, scantily clad, but in a very beautiful outfit. It shimmers and glitters.
Is Ash having any reaction? Does his animal ultra hearing sound off in any way?
In this case, Ash would probably be indifferent because this is happening in the water, off the ship, some 30 yards or whatever.
Okay.
Well, so if the old man has no idea what that is, I'll just go and tell the captain there's a very sexy yet weird woman swimming by the ship. Maybe we should do something.
Hot chick, 2 points on the starboard bow.
Yeah.
I'm over here, idiot.
I say we go after her.
Ooh, someone's jealous.
Samira has been very beautiful. She had no jealousy.
There's just one way to decide who's hotter. You know, mud fight, mud wrestling.
Damn it.
I think that merits some research.
The captain looks at this enchanting woman in the sea, and does not know what to make of her. She's definitely not a mermaid. She seems to have legs, but her movement in the water is certainly, kind of porpoise-like as she dives and emerges.
Morton is just shaking his head and snorting at this. This isn't natural.
Well, then you can make a will roll, please.
One moment.
Wow, we are so, disciplined.
Yeah, all you guys are thinking with your big head, clearly.
Yeah, don't put me up there. I'm going to fail that.
Hey, look over there.
So, Morden, in the same way, there's a bewitching allure to her, but you're not threatened by her in any way. You get the feeling that maybe she's leading you to, to your destination, showing you the way, like a guide or something.
Oh.
But you're definitely not threatened by her. And you will see, she will then sort of turn her direction a little more westerly from your current trajectory. And she'll sort of say, beckon, this way. And you see that she's sort of directing you towards the coast.
Oh my God, that sounds so much like a trap.
The captain will say, it is an omen. She is a good omen. She is leading us to treasure. A creature of such beauty can only be good.
And I'm thinking, for
A
fuck's
divine
sake, was
omen
it
she
too-
is.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Morton's giving the squint eye at this point.
At which point the captain will sort of steer the ship in that direction. And it is not long before you happen upon a misty cove.
Sounds
At
like a
least we didn't
stripper name.
sink.
So the cove is sort of flanked on both sides by these sheer.
Ronnke.
Sorry?
Did you cut
I
off?
missed all that.
Oh. Did you hear the flanking?
No.
Okay. So she will lead you to these this misty cove. The passage into the cove is flanked on both sides by these sheer cliffs, as in the picture. However, you can see that the path in is certainly going to be treacherous, as rocks protrude at random spots in this. The woman continues to sort of dive under the surface, porpoises over a few waves, and then will appear again up ahead, beckoning into the cove. It is about this time that the first officer, or first mate, Bulgaris, will make a will roll.
Damn it, God damn it.
No, that's a good roll for you guys.
No, but never mind.
He will say, Captain, if you recall the logs, this passage is treacherous. Perhaps we should tow the Alecto into the cove with the jolly boats. To which
Told you we should have forced them to be Ormond.
the captain will concur, and he'll issue the order for the jolly boats to be lowered. And lo and behold, you guys will be chosen to man the boat. Lines are rigged to the Alecto. joining to the two jolly boats, and you will be slowly pulling the ship through, avoiding any sort of rocks. So the sails are lowered. It is cold. The mist does hamper visibility a bit. You have a crewman that has a long pole, which he will hold up, kind of like a pole vaulter, holding the pole up, and then he sort of drops it into the water, lets it sort of sink down to the bottom, and you see he sort of taps for a bottom, and then he sort of pulls the pole up, resets, and then does this again, checking for depth as you go. So, who is going to be doing the boating roll, default boating roll?
I did the last one. Somebody else's turn.
Isn't it an IQ roll, basically?
IQ minus 5. Or
Will roll.
Dex minus 5.
Yeah, so
sorry,
maybe...
IQ or Dex -5 for the boating.
Yeah, so Wiseman, you have 15 IQ.
I have 14 because that's our
14.
max. I mean, I'm happy to do it. Mechanically, it makes sense. Thematically, it doesn't, he's kind of not really interested in that.
Well, he may just be making suggestions as to don't lean over that way. Row
like-
both sides the same strength.
As Alaric is asking him to like drive the boat, he looks at you with his like glazed over eye, and he's like squinting with his other eye, trying to look at you, and you're like, do you really want him to drive?
True that.
He's
Okay,
like,
I'll roll then.
I guess if you want me to.
Okay.
Easy done.
I succeeded. I forgot to get a -5, but still it's by 2.
Still easy done. So you will continue into this area. The mist thickens, and you can see basically as far as a little bit more than a ship length ahead of you. The woman that's been sort of leading you, she now swims alongside the jolly boat that you're in, and she, like I said, she swims kind of like a fish, but she has legs, but it's not her legs that sort of propel her. It's like a weird, there's no obvious source of the way she sort of moves, other than she swims kind of like a porpoise or a dolphin, but there's nothing that sort of tells you how she's actually propelling herself. But she will sort of emerge from the water, and the water is bitterly cold, and quite happily she just sort of half facing you and half facing forward, just sort of breaches a little bit and follows. Can everyone make another will roll, please? Up close, she's hella sexy. Yes. Even for Samira, she's hella sexy.
Sorry, my fancy grounds crashed.
Ronnke, for those of us that are succeeding on the rolls, can we tell that we're being influenced? Do we know that what's happening?
No. It's like she's just being very seductive.
Well, is it a magical effect? Is that something that he could pick up on?
No, it's not really a magical effect. It's more like a sex appeal effect.
Okay.
Wiseman has ED, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Samira flirting back.
Okay, so this will be for 2 failures there. I'm going to roll on this table until such time as I get one of you two.
Sorry, I still need to make my roll, but I had to
Oh, that was easy.
restart Fantasy Grounds. Sorry.
Yep, that's fine.
Nice
Okay,
knowing you guys.
so Samira, she sidles up to the side of the boat and then sort of crests her arms over the gunnel of your boat there, and is just sort of hanging on the boat, being dragged along by you guys, and she sort of gestures for you to come closer, as if she wants to speak to you.
Samira will.
She
lean
doesn't
close
seem
to her
threatening.
face.
She doesn't seem
Uh-huh.
threatening at all.
Does
Ronnke is going to say, I got a gold piece. Says she's going to grab her and pull her in.
Samira, that is not a good idea. I do not sense.
Shut up. Just because I'm the prettiest.
You're all jealous
Well.
that she likes me more than you.
Exactly. Samira
So
leans
her
close.
her eyes will sort of flutter. Do you move close?
Samira gets very close and
Does it-
brushing her arm as she leans on the boat.
All right, so you will brush her arm, and the moment you do, the tips of your finger begin to sort of crystallize and freeze almost instantly, like like you put your finger in liquid nitrogen sort of thing, and it is painful. This will snap you out of any sort of dreary or dreamy-eyed stuff that you have going on, because the pain is quite searing. You will take 1 point of injury. I'll just add that to your character.
Samira is always getting injured.
At least she didn't do it herself this time.
Every adventure, she gets hurt.
Everyone will see this. They'll see Samira's fingertips just sort of instantly ice up.
Samira manages to not scream loudly in pain. Ah,
This will sort of snap you out of any sort of bewitching that she had, or any sort of allure that she has over you right now. But yes, she's deathly cold.
He's
yes, you
frigid.
guys should definitely hit on her. That's a great idea.
I guess I lose my bet.
But she doesn't reach in and pull you in or anything like that. But she does continue to hang off the side of the boat.
Samira sits further away.
She seems almost sorry that she hurt you.
Do your fingers fall
Like-
off?
Almost sorry the same way Samira is almost sorry when she accidentally hurts people.
Well, I don't know. Are you really sorry?
Oh, Samira's definitely not sorry when she hurts people.
So traversing the rocks is a slow process as you measure the depth, and eventually you find yourself in entering the misty cove. The mists clear. It's as if the mists unnaturally conceal just the entrance. And I'll bring up a map.
What language was Fish Lady speaking?
She didn't
I
say
was
a
going
word.
to ask.
She just beckoned,
Oh,
fluttered her eyes, pouted her lips.
universal language. Got it.
If it was obvious, or if Wiseman noticed that Samira was hurt, he's like, "Come here, dear. Let me see that. Let me tend to your injury."
Uh,
Does she?
She has trust issues.
Get away from me,
especially
old
with the way
man.
he said that. Yeah, pretty much.
You creep.
He's got a he has a look of hurt on his expression on his face, and he's like, but he understands, so he backs off.
Well, it's not like I'm a wizard or anything.
All right, so
'Cause
you will
they're so
enter the
trustworthy.
cove. The mists are behind you, and the waters in here are very still. You can see those locations marked by sea. They look to be villages under the water. The water is reasonably clear. The clarity is fairly good. You can see the buildings of what is the village. However, you can see movement in the underwater villages, but you can't see anything more than sort of shapes and silhouettes. It's a little too dark and concealed for that. There are as you can see there, a number of ships that are sort of trapped in ice that surround the shore of this cove, and the sheer walls continue around the entire cove. So the only way in and out is through that misty passage that you navigated, or you could climb a sheer cliffs. But there's no other way out.
You see, this is not encouraging.
Ronnke, since you're punting into this place, how deep are the waters?
The passage in was not very deep. I don't know what sort of depth a ship of the age draws. I think maybe 6 to 8 feet.
Oh, that one's at least a fathom, if not a fathom and a half.
But these villages are way down there.
Yes, they are substantially deep in that. So the waters here are deep.
Okay.
But not so deep you can't see the stuff at the bottom.
Correct. And it is, of course, in that very deep blue, Arctic water that you always see on documentaries and such. Very clean. The place is cold and freezing. The ships that you see trapped in the ice have been here, you imagine, quite a long time, as layers of ice and crystals have caked these vessels, and they're well and truly encased in the ice. There's no moving of these ships. You do not see any sort of movement. There appears to be what looks like a Viking longhouse up here, and there is a set of stairs. You can anchor the Electo, cannot get close enough to basically dock with this place, but it can anchor, and you can all ferry people via boats to the ice.
Let's drop that anchor into the village.
Captain's order.
And the captain will say, he'll gather crew into the boats. The captain will send the first officer, and of course you guys and a number of the other crew. You have not seen the beautiful lady in since you came into this place.
Oh.
But yes, you'll be ushered into the boats. The ship will anchor, and you'll continue towards this longhouse.
I see we're bringing some ablative DR along.
You do have some crewmen. You begin to row the boats towards the longhouse area, and you will see two of the very beautiful ladies begin to surface and circle these boats.
Oh my God.
One of the guys that's on the oars will sort of stop, and he sort of looks at the one sexy lady, who then sort of swims up to the side of the boat and flutters her eyes at him. And he
Samira will slap him and tell him to keep rowing.
This is in one of the other boats.
Yeah.
So you're seeing this.
Don't do that.
She or the crewman will sort of reach out to sort of touch her hair. And when he does, you see the same effect. his hand just sort of freezes almost instantly. And it's at this point that the woman grabs his arm and pulls him into the water and sort of begins to very seductively dance with the dude. Kind of, very seductive and sexy like. It's like very...
Stripper pole?
It's like you're watching, belly dancers or whatever. She dances with the guy, and the guy will sort of scream in pain as you see his body begin to freeze solid and then shatters into crystals. At which point, the woman looks upset that her dance partner, fell to pieces.
That's cold.
Damn, I wish my dancer could do that.
She still doesn't look very threatening. Totally,
Come on, seriously.
totally accidental. But you all get the idea that, accepting a dance with her, she's not going to be a good dance partner. Put it that way.
She pulled
Yeah,
him out.
Morden.
I win.
Morton's not even going to dip a hand, anything, into the water around here.
Or any other appendages.
Especially these appendages you're thinking about.
All right, so the jolly boats will pull up to the steps. You will all disembark, and the first officer, he will say, "Be wary. You saw what happened. This place could be our doom."
Morton he just growls like,
Wise man's gonna say, I think I have something that might help us. And he is gonna cast a spell.
What's the spell?
It's called Bravery. It's a will -1 to resist. I was trying to see if you don't want to be affected, you can try to resist. And it's an area spell. So I need to kind of know how I'm trying to catch everybody as we're all kind of grouped at the bottom of the stairs or the ladder or the rope or whatever, or at the dock.
does it only work within that area?
Yes.
How big an area
Oh, it
can you
hits
do?
everyone in the area. So
It'll hit everyone in the area. You have a will -1 to resist if you so choose. And just for transparencies, the effects are it makes you fearless. And it will last for 1 hour. Regardless, he's going to cast it. So I just need to know from the GM, should I do like an area 2 or 3 or 4?
If you're trying to get everyone, then it would probably be in area 3.
All right, so I'll cast it at an area 3 and let me roll. Oh, and actually this is my wild talent. So I gotta pull up the spell. Sorry. That's under traits,
Should be abilities,
abilities.
if you have it loaded.
I think I don't have it loaded. Sorry. Is that modules?
Oh, right. Yeah,
Well,
this
for
is your
now,
first time
let
on
me-
here. You have to activate all of them.
Let me just roll. So I need a 16 or less.
GM could drag it into the thing, can't he?
I don't think it shows unless it's loaded, though.
You could output it to chat.
It's odd.
What's the name of the spell?
I'm trying to call it up, but I can't get it to call up.
It's called Bravery. It's on Magic 134.
Oh, right. I don't actually have
It's
the
a-
one with the spells loaded. Yeah, I would think you could output it to chat and it should still show up.
I do not have bravery showing up in my spell list.
No, neither do I. It's weird.
Did you actually create the full magic book? You did, didn't you?
I did, yeah. That's really weird. It's like it's a very, I don't know. It's weird. I'm perplexed.
It's magic.
Yeah,
Are you baffled?
Okay, what about
I
now?
kind of am. Hang on.
I don't think it was properly activated.
That's weird. Nothing's showing up.
Yeah, it's still not showing.
Well, that's that.
How odd.
Yeah, you might have to look at that module.
You have to do that the hard way.
What is it? Is it a body control spell?
Mind.
Yeah, I definitely have it loaded.
Yeah, it's odd. It's very odd. Anyway, it's
Just like me.
resisted. It's resisted by will -1, but it's an area spell. So my question is I think if we walk out of that area, we lose that ability, do we not?
No,
No,
it'll
it
last for
affects
1 hour.
everyone in that area.
Yeah, it showed up for me, so I just dumped it to chat.
That's weird.
Odd.
Did you do anything?
I just activated the spells.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not seeing it.
Get the wrong one, maybe?
Possible. Anyway, so everyone is brave. You will need to take the fatigue, the appropriate fatigue.
I did. I took 6 points of energy reserve,
Yeah.
or 7 points. Oh wait, yeah, 6. Sorry.
Well, guess it might be worth it.
And
So yeah, Samira resisted it, so she's not affected.
okay, so the Alecto is anchored in the cove. You guys step onto these large carved bits of carved steps that have been carved into a sort of like a glacial flow that forms like a tongue to where this Viking style longhouse is. The
Have
longhouse,
to describe it as a tongue.
well, that's kind of what it looks like. It's a glacial flow that looks like a tongue. The Viking longhouse looks like it's been built from materials salvaged from ships, and so there's a mast, there's some deck boards and such. It is also partially covered by the ice flow, or the back part of it is covered by the ice flow. Who is going to sort of lead the way?
Yes, I will.
I presume the PCs will be in first. Or do we want our DR to go first?
I have Code of Honor Soldier, so I'll lead from the front. I'll be first.
Is so Alaric, you're leading.
Yep.
How far ahead do you intend to lead?
Not that much.
It's really a matter of how close do the rest of them remain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernike is going to back him up.
Okay, I will assume everyone else sort of follows about 5 to 10 yards behind.
Yeah, that's
A
good
move
enough.
or less.
Okay, you head up to the longhouse. There is some large doors that have been fashioned out of what would have once been decking of a ship. You can see that the doors have been opened recently by the movement of snow and ice on the ground, but the doors have again been closed. So you stand beside these great doors. What is Alaric intending to do? There is massive handles. The doors of this place look like they were built for giants.
How many doors are there?
2. It's a set of double doors.
Okay.
Boulder would probably be making references to, the frost giant's daughter or things like that at this point.
Okay. Well, I ordered the NPCs to open the door. Any of them.
So you get an NPC to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The NPC will begin to sort of push at the door. It moves a little, but they are too heavy. He is going to need assistance, and I guess you'll send another NPC to open this door.
Yes.
The doors will slide open, and once they've opened a little bit, there's a burst of sort of frigid air that gushes through the door, and
Why does everything have to be cold?
damn it. As this frigid air sort of hits the sailors, you can see that their skin begins to sort of freeze, but they back off before they sort of turn to ice.
I'm so glad I sent them first.
Pendragon, looks like you have been disconnected.
Yep. My
Again?
fancy grounds crashed again. I'm reconnecting. Sorry.
You will enter the after the sort of jet of cold air. It's safe to enter, and inside you see what looks to be a temple of sorts. Up the back of the longhouse, there's an ice wall, and in that ice wall, you can see a number of artifacts that are sort of frozen into the ice. That it may have, you could, as you look at it, it looks like they've maybe been placed there as an offering or something like that, and the ice over time has claimed those artifacts. You can see that there's sections that have been fairly recently chipped free or chipped away at, and those hollows where there would have been an artifact are now empty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else noticeable in the room?
No, other than clay urns and things like that. There is one clay urn that's sort of half protruding from the ice wall at the back. One of the sailors will sort of rush towards it, look into this clay urn, and you can see that his eyes widen, and he reaches in and he pulls out a handful of jewels and gems, necklaces and stuff like that, and looks to everyone, saying, "It is full of treasure." In Turanian, of course.
Yeah, we know what he said. Maybe we need to get some torches in here and sort of melt it.
Oh yeah. I tell the men to start, taking what they can. If the things are stuck on the ice, they can, I don't know, use the axes in the ice while we look for something to melt it.
Wiseman, can you please make a perception plus majory roll for me, please?
Okay. How do I do that with Fantasy Grounds? Or just roll perception and add my majory?
Yeah, you can do that, or you can set up an other thing in your others tab.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just make a mage sense attribute thingy.
All right, 30 seconds.
Is there anything that the rest of you are doing?
I'm just looking and waiting for something bad to happen, to be honest.
Good God, man.
So that's 14, or perception is 14 plus 4. Sorry, actually I did that wrong, but yeah, 18 skill.
Okay, so is that actually a critical?
No.
Did I roll this wrong? I don't know what I did.
Is it?
I think it actually is. So
I rolled a 6.
Your perception is 17?
My perception is 14, and you said add my majory of 4. So actually it should have been an 18.
Oh, you rolled actual mage sense, not...
I messed up. So I created the little thing, but I already had the +4 in the box.
Oh.
So I made it by like 9 or something like that.
Okay.
Or 10, I think.
So that is actually critical.
Yeah, I have an 18 and I, minus 6. What's that? I made it by 12.
Okay,
Oh, I
so
guess
that
that
is
is still a margin crit.
okay. So that actually gives you some insight into the nature of these artifacts. So a number of these riches that are sort of encrusted in ice exude power, and the nature of that power is holy, or at least divine. So they would be considered items of power in the dungeon fantasy sense. You could consider them power items.
Ah, right.
And there's a number of them, and they're obviously going to be very valuable.
Okay. Yeah, I will let the group. Is the captain in here with us?
No, the first mate is, but he's keeping his distance. He's basically instructing the minions to go and die.
I will nod over to Alaric or Bernike, whoever's closest to me, and I will say, there is power in these items. They are very
really?
valuable, if not useful to us.
That one over there?
And I will point. I mean, if there's more than one, I'll just kind of point in the general direction. But if there's only one, then I'll point, I'll nod in that direction.
Well, Berenike will pull a knife and sort of casually pick at the ice around it. See what happens. Pick.
So those that have gone to pick at the ice wall, I'll get you to make a perception roll, vision based. You could substitute observation if you have your observations better. Oh, that's a pretty dice.
Too late. Yeah, it's one of the two that are available as a gimme for people who have bought the license.
Oh wow, nice.
So lighting in here is not great. However, Bernie, you will notice that as you're picking away at this, that there seems to be an absence of fire pits or brackets for torches and such.
Mm-hmm.
You will also chip away at the ice, and deep within the ice, you can see a form, and it happens to look like this. It is frozen within the ice. These, I guess, they have the look of Hyperboreans. They're frozen, fairly deep within this ice, and there's not just the one. There are several, and further back, you can see another humanoid form, except it's so deep that you can't make out any features, but it is very large. Possibly a giant.
Okay,
Hey,
so
old man.
maybe that.
You see that over there? Looks like a guy there.
Hmm.
Now, is that way back behind the goodies, or is that like
Yes, that's behind the
standing
goodies.
there with it?
So the goodies are sort of surface chipping.
Right.
The others are much deeper in the ice, and of course, visibility diminishes the deeper you go. So
Right.
these warriors, you can see there may be a few feet into the ice, but the large giant sort of silhouette is deeper still.
Yeah, I guess the old man probably can't see it too well anyway.
Yeah, it's a blur to you guys, so it'll be an extra blur to the old man.
Hey, we should
Ronnke,
probably not dig too deep here. Looks like there may be guardians or something frozen behind the stuff here.
Ronnke, how far is the ship from 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 us, like the main ship?
I guess there's no scale on this map, but your ship would be sort of anchored about there. So a typical ship is what, 30 yards, maybe?
Yeah, there's no typical.
So,
If that's probably reasonable for an early build galleon like the one in the picture.
so working off that, I'd say, 150 to 200 yards, sort of from the steps.
Okay, that's close enough. I order one of the minions to go to the ship and bring my armor. Quick.
Yeah, I think it's time for that.
All right, well, translating through Samira, you do so. The minion will sort of look to Bulgarus, and he will just simply nod, at which point he will sort of rush off.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bode well, these people in the ice, so.
It doesn't take long for him to re-emerge, shouting something in Turanian, which only Samira will understand. He comes in and he's saying, "The ship, it's under attack."
You wanted a
Of
mutiny,
course.
right, boss?
Yes, who's doing the mutiny before I do?
It's too early for
No,
mutiny.
she doesn't translate the ship's under attack part. She just asks that question.
Those of you that don't understand won't know what's going on, but you'll see Bulgarus will sort of ready his axe and sort of charge to the doors of this shrine.
Is there a fight?
And he'll sort of stand there watching. It's around about the same time that those of you that are chipping away at all the loots, you swear that the frozen Morozanek warriors, you swear they move.
Surprise, surprise.
It's like
Oh my
tapping
God.
Alaric on the shoulder, like slap, slap, slap. Did that move?
And this is confirmed as the warrior begins to walk towards those of you that are chipping away, as if the ice isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
The
So then
large,
get dressed up for nothing.
the large giant form also begins to move. And since we're at time, that's where we're going to leave it.
Oh well, I hope I don't get hit on this particular battle.
No, but Samira will.
She'll hit herself
No,
again,
It's not out of the question.
I will. No, my character will end up rolling on the ground somehow.
That's true. That is the tradition.
The
She'll
entire
end up
combat.
prone. She
Or at
does her
least
best
most of
work
it.
on her back.
Ooh.
So do all my characters in the video games.
Did you take ground fighting?
Now,
Oh, you ought to.
now's the opportunity.
That way, if you end up on your back, you actually add an advantage.
true, but the goal is to use my mobility, not to fall down.
Well, shit happens.
Acrobatic stand.
My goal is to stab things with a spear, and yet here we are. Sometimes I have to hit them with something else.
Pentius isn't here, so you can't pick him up and hit things with him.
We never tried that.
All right, so everyone will get 2 points.
Excellent.
All right.
Keep in mind, those of you that have your characters will be locked as of next session. So if you want to spend points arbitrarily, you are welcome to do that. Those new characters, you'll have 2 more sessions.
Okay, so do we announce the points at the beginning of next session, or can we do it now?
You can do it now. We've got a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Since we are unlocked, I think I'm going to go back on the shield wall, and I'm going to take the 2 experience points and add another level of Born War Leader for 5 points.
Oh, that's cheating.
Unfortunately, that's a talent. Talents can't be
Oh,
increased after play.
You said unlocked.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes, I did say that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
I mean, I
cheating.
don't mind
But go for it.
either way. No, either way, if it's not okay, that's fine.
No, characters are unlocked. You just got extra gifted.
GM said it. You make him eat it.
Okay, great. I'll do that then. And that's
But
my
Samira did take teamwork, so we should all of us consider taking that if we have the capacity.
definitely. I'll do
Yeah,
that next sec.
the main reason is now that we have 2 close combat
Mhm.
entities, it's going to be a nuisance for all you guys who fight at range 1 if we engage the same target.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of good reasons to have the teamwork perk, so I'm actually putting that on there now.
Yeah,
With respect to
we got a
Born
lot
War
of money,
Leader,
so
keep in mind that you're
Yep.
limited to a maximum of 4 levels.
No, I think I'm fine with 3. 3 is. I realize that this kind of advantages, the sweet spot is 3 levels.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone else immediately spending points, or shall we sign off?
Good to sign off.
thank you for the game, Ronnke.
Oh, and by the way, your Ash is beginning to bark, obviously.
Okay.
All right,
It's a bit
if you are
late.
watching this and you have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you for watching. Olympus out. Bye-bye.
See ya.